My name is Lauren and welcome again to this graphic design class. In today's tutorial, we're going to be creating a simple business card as you've seen here. So let's get right into it. First of all, we're going to create a new file. Continue. So this is the width and height we're going to be using. 1050 pixels by 600 pixels, and make sure it's set to landscape, the resolution to 300, and leave the rest. And make sure you check art box, make sure it is checked, and click on create. You see why I say so? No getting. So this is what we're going to be using. So we're going to be creating the front and back of a business card. I'm not going to create only the front. So to create our second page for the back, you can just click on this, right click here and click on our artboard tool and click on this plus icon. You can see when you zoom out, you can see we've made 2 pages for our work. So once we're done with that, the next thing we're going to be doing, we're going to be adding our guide layouts to this design. So you select these two, artboard and artboard 2 in the layers panel, and come to your view and come to new guide layout and set it to 30 pixels throughout in the margin. So click on OK. So once you're done with that, come back to your move tool and click. You see your artboard, you can see them. When you click on them, you can see your guide. So we're going to lock them to avoid movement. We'll lock them so we can move them. So first we'll start with the first page. We'll click on this. I'm going to be using a dark blue for the background. So come to our properties. I will click on here and click on this color here. So this is the color code for it, 172A33. We'll click on OK. As you can see, to change. So once I've done that, we're going to draw a rectangle for this and draw from this point here and draw out. So you can see it, the rectangle has a radius and we don't want that. So if you want to go to radius, just simply zoom in and click on one of these dots here and drag them out. You can see to remove them. So we also don't want the strokes. Remove the stroke color, and we're going to change the color of this rectangle added to a gold color. For the color code of the gold color, this is the color code here, D295F53, D29F53. Click on OK. Once we're done with that, close this and we'll lock this layer and we'll zoom out a bit. So this is the front page. What we're going to do, we're going to be adding our logo name first. So let's type, I'm just going to use mine, type crown, add my name here. So this is my logo name, so I'm just going to Control A everything and just select this part here from the crown. Let's use the graphics part and change it to a white color. So click and it's a white color and click on OK. So click on the tick mark, come to our characters panel here and change it to Montserrat bold, or increase the font size. Let's take it up to 11 pixel, 11 points. Okay, yeah, 11 points is okay. So we'll drag this and place it here. So to place it in the center, when you select your text, you can see up here your options bar. You can take this option here. This to align it to the center. You can see align horizontal center. So you click on it. Okay, it's already aligned. So next, let's just drag this down a bit. So we're going to add in our tagline. So I'm going to click here. I'm going to type elegance shown in graphics. So I'm going to Control A everything and change it to a white color. Change it to a Montserrat light and change the size to 8 points. Okay, let's bring it down a bit. Let's bring it to 6 points. Okay, that's okay. So we can now use this here to make text wider. Okay, yeah, this okay. So just place this here. Click on our tick mark. Go back to our move tool and align to the center. So next, we can be adding our logo. So come to our rectangle tool here. I will draw a rectangle this size. So I've done that. We're going to change the color. We're not going to have a fill. Let's just remove the fill and add the stroke of the gold color. So we're going to increase it up to 8 pixels. You can take yours higher. Let me just take my higher bit to 9 pixels. So once I'm done with that, as you can see, is the rectangles here. So what we're going to do, we're going to make a cut along the center. We're going to make the cut along the center of this rectangle. But to do that, what we're going to do, we're going to right click on this rectangle on the layers panel and click on rasterize layer. So rasterize this layer, it allows us to freely edit this layer. So what we're going to do, we're going to come here to our rectangular mark tool here, and we're going to draw a line in the middle and make a cut. So let's make it smaller, and here. So you can zoom in to make sure it's okay where you want it. I want mine here, it's okay for me here. So what I'm going to do, let's draw it again. What I'm going to do, you're just going to press on delete on the keyboard and to remove that part from your work. So when you're done, you just come here and click on deselect. So as you can see, very simple, I've made this. So we're going to zoom in, we're going to add the other part of the G. So let's zoom in and just draw a rectangle this size and make it reach this part, and yeah, remove the stroke and leave the fill. Here you have it. So this is your simple logo. Just go to the simple logo for this design. So to match all of this together, I'll just select this and select this. Select the two of them, right click and merge layers. So I've matched the layer together, so we can move it up and we can also align to the center. Yeah, this is the center here. So move it up a bit. So you're satisfied. Once I've moved it up, let's zoom out. So we're going to be adding our website link at the bottom here. So you can come here and make a copy of this text. Let's just come, let's make a copy of it. So you can make a copy, so you can just click and drag out of it and place it here. So edit it, double click and Control A and type www.mywebsite.com. Then click on our tick mark, go to our characters and change it to a black color. Let's use this color and click on OK. Then we'll align to the center. Make it a Montserrat regular and align it to the center. So once we're done, this is the front. You can zoom out and see this is the front of our business card. If you want to make this bigger, just select all of them and click on one point and make it bigger. Once you're done, click on your tick mark and you will align it back to the center. Okay, so I did the center. So when I'm done with that, we'll move on to the next page. So this is the next page, so we'll click on here. You can see our guide. So the first thing I'm going to be doing, I'm going to draw in a rectangle to the side here. So let's draw a rectangle to fill this space here and make this bit. Yeah, it's okay like this. So once I'm done with that, change the fill color to our blue color. Then we'll lock this layer. So once I've locked the layer, or lock it, let's remove the stroke. Remove the stroke. So done with the stroke. So we'll draw that rectangle. Draw that rectangle. So draw that rectangle here at this portion here for our design. So let's try it, and yeah, it's okay like this. Make sure there's no fill. See, I've seen. So we'll drag this up. Place it just here. Let's zoom in a bit. So, yeah, it's okay. So when we're doing this, let's select the two of them and merge them together. Merge layers. So uncheck this one and click on merge layers or merge shapes. Merging the shapes together. So once we're done with that, we're going to be adding our icons in the design. So click on here and add our icon. So these are the icons we'll be using. Selected all of them, and I'll just drag them all at once into Photoshop and place them here. So I'm going to start resizing them one by one. And resize. Don't worry about getting the perfect size. We'll resize the one with zoom in better. So place this one here. Click on our tick mark. Go for the next one. Is our place this one here. Click on our tick mark. Use the size again. And place this here. Click on our tick mark and place the final one, which is our phone tab, and we'll place it up here. So click on our tick mark. This is our QR code here. Let's zoom this and reduce it very well and drag it down here. Let's place it here for a while. So let's come and align this. First of all, let's just change the color all at once. So select all of this, click on this one, hold shift and click on the last one and exclude the QR code. Then we'll group them together. Once I group them together, we'll come to our effects, color overlay, and we'll be using the gold color. So click on OK. So let's zoom in now to this part. So zoomed into this part here. So we're going to start resizing them one by one. So start our email. Let's lock this one first. Let's lock the rectangle. Then start reducing our email, our message icon, and click on tick mark. Resize all of them to a proportional size. So once you're done resizing it to the size you like, now we're going to align it. So once we're done resizing this part, what we're going to collapse this group and lock it. So I have a movement. So when we're done, just zoom to this side. Let's come to this QR code and place this to this side. Can reduce this size. Yeah, this is okay. Click on our tick mark and bring it down here. Once I brought it down, I'm going to create a rectangle around it. So we're going to draw this here. And here, this is okay. So I'm going to reduce the radius around it to make it fit. So let's change the color, the fill color to a white color. Then we'll change the stroke color to the gold color. Then we're going to make this a 7 pixels. 7. So once I've done that, you can see we're going to place this rectangle behind the QR code in the layers panel. So then we'll zoom in and reduce the radius to make it fit to our design. So you have seen, made it. So we'll now place our QR code. Let's align our QR code perfectly inside. Yeah, this is perfect. So zoom out. So zoom out. And you can now group these two together. The QR code and the rectangle. Group them together. Control G. First easier option. Then we'll now come to this side here and start adding our text in this section here. Before we do that, let's add our name. So click on our type tool and type my name. Just type Zaka Lawrence. So I'm going to make this the dark blue color this time. So click on here and give it this color and click on OK. Once I've done that, very simple. Then we're going to make it bigger. Let's click on our tick mark next. Go to our character and make it bigger. So let's use a 16 point. That's too big. Let's use a 15 point. And reduce the spacing. Let's bring it down to a 10. Okay, yeah, that's okay. So I'm going to draw a rectangle over this part here for our design. So let's zoom out. So come here to our rectangle tool and draw a rectangle from this part of our design. You can see this guideline. I'm going to use this guideline as a reference. So draw a rectangle, not so big. So make it just like this, and yeah. So done with that. I'm going to give it a gold fill. Don't worry about it. We're using the gold fill. So go back to our move tool and reduce. Let's reduce the radius. Come to your properties bar here and drag this slider back, and yeah, we have a perfect rectangle with that radius. So once we're done with this, we're still going to use what we used for creating our logo. We're going to first of all rasterize our layer, and then we'll make a cut in this section here. all, let's place our name here and let's place it on top so that we'll see where we're going to cut from. So use this as a reference. So let's bring it outside a bit. So we find our guideline here and place it here, and drag another guideline here and place it at this point here. So go to our select our rectangle, come to our rectangular mark tool and make a cut. Before we do that, let's come to our properties bar. Then we'll make a cut, then we'll select and go to the other end and leave it, then click on delete. Deleted that part of your design. So very simple. So I'm going to do control to our move tool and select, deselect, and place this where you want it. So we're going to lock this rectangle here and we'll drag this to the bottom. Let's take it up a bit. And I'm going to add our rule. So I'm just going to type graphic designer and click on my tick mark and come to my characters bar here and we'll change this to, let's leave that to regular. Then we'll come and reduce the size. Let's bring it down to 8 points. Yeah, that's okay. So I'm going to drag this here and place it just here. So once I'm satisfied with this, if you want, you can bring this down a little. Let's unlock it. You can bring this down a little and do the same thing for your text. Bring it down and drag your name down too. So next we're going to be adding our contact info for business card. So let's zoom in. I want to create a text box. When you click on your type tool, you click and drag to create a text box. So this is a text box. So when I want to do this, we're going to come here. This is it. Control A, and I'm going to reduce the size to a 7 point. So yeah, so I'm going to type on phone, click on enter and change the type of number to 234 817 069 8283. So simple. So I'm going to highlight this and make it a Montserrat medium, or let's use a semi-bold, and click on our tick mark. So you can see we've added our phone number. So I'm going to add remaining text. So to do this, we're going to get the easy way. You can just make a copy of this. Hold Ctrl J and press Ctrl J 3 times. 1, 2, 3. And you can see with 3 copies. So it's going to drag them and position them and where we want them to be. So I've positioned the text. Now we're going to change everything inside and put the correct details for them. Once I've added our contact info and added everything that's required for our design, just make sure they're looking perfectly aligned. So we're going to group all of this together from the email to the phone number on our website. Select all of them, click on the first one, hold shift, select the last one, and we'll group them together. What we're going to do, we're going to move them to the side a bit. Move them to the side a bit and bring them down a bit, just try to align them. So once we're done with that, we're just going to zoom in and come to our shape tool and click on our line tool. What we're going to do, we're going to change the settings. We're going to set the height to 3 pixels. Then we'll come under this part here and change the curves. Change all of them and change this one to outside. So I've seen to the outside. So also I'm going to do this, we're going to hold shift to make a straight line. Click from this top part here, click and drag to the bottom here at this point and release. So you can see. Change this, make it fill, set to keep this to 3 pixels. 3. And yeah, very simple. So Let's make this a bit longer. Let's zoom in to this part here and drag this down to the bottom. So once we're satisfied, we'll zoom out back, and we're going to do the same thing we did for our rectangle on top. We're going to rasterize it first. Come here, rasterize layer, come to our rectangular mark tool and draw a selection. So once we draw a selection, we'll place it here and we'll press delete. Then we'll move down, take it down, hold the center and take it down to the next part of your design. And repeat the same steps throughout. So once you're done with that, we have created a very simple business card. And for exporting your design out, because you can see it's a 2-page design, we'll come to File and we'll click on Export. And we'll click on Export As. So this is it here. You can see the option here. If you want to export only one, you can just uncheck this and just click the one you want to export, or if you want to export all, you click the two of them. But at default, when you want to export it, the two of them selected. Then you now click on export and pick the location that you want it to be exported to. I want it to be exported here, and I'll click on select folder and it will export it to my desired folder here. Very simple. So this is the end of the tutorial, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.